in all three different places. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello. We just had a few techie issues just now. I think, not sure what happened, but that's okay. We are here today to bring to you our Tuesday morning business growth insights. Good morning, everyone. It is lovely to be with you. Those of you who don't know me, haven't seen me before, my name is Ali Sugars and I am a business empowerment coach, and I am the founder and the principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy. Now, these Tuesday Business Growth Insights are where I love to come live every single Tuesday and give you some really tangible information that you can take away and implement into your business straight away. Good morning, Dean. How are you? Morning, lovely girl. I don't know who this is, but lovely to have you joining me. If you are coming live, if you're joining me for the first time, I'm actually going live via a platform called StreamYard. So all you need to do to be able to have your name seen like Dean is go to the link in the description that says just give StreamYard permission to see your name, and then I can say hello to you in person because I like doing that. All righty, everybody. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is a guide to sustaining a growth mindset. And by the way, if you are jumping on, say hi, because I do love people to say hi to me. If you're watching the replay, pop #replay so I can come back and say hello. Now, a guide to sustaining a growth mindset. Now, you may have watched these trainings a couple of weeks ago, and I spoke about the benefits, right, of having a growth mindset. Now, what I want to do today is take that a little bit further, and we're going to teach you. Okay, so we know the benefits, but how to sustain that growth mindset. Okay, so again, just taking it a little bit deeper than what we were doing. Good morning, Emily. How are you, darling? Okay, so again, I said this a couple of weeks ago, but it doesn't hurt to be reminded of what these things are. So there's a difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Okay, so a fixed mindset is believing that you can't change, that there's nothing we can change about ourselves. There's nothing that we can change about our situation. So it's kind of like believing that what you have is what you've got, and that's it. So if you've got talents, if you've got skills in business, great. If you haven't, then you believe that it can't be changed. Okay. So, for instance, I used to believe that I couldn't get good grades at school, or I couldn't, I used to believe that I couldn't do any higher education because I believed that what I knew was what I knew, and it wasn't possible to learn anything new. Now, I was very, very much in the fixed mindset. Difference is the growth mindset is the belief that you can change. You can change things, right? Whatever your talent is, whatever you can do in your life is something that can be acquired. It can be developed. It can be learnt, right? Challenges are there for a reason. And you're believing that you can grow and that you can learn new things, develop new skills. So my first question to you guys or two questions is, A, which one are you? Tell me in the chat, which one do you believe you are and which one do you want to be? So let me know in the chat. Okie dokie. Now, let's go on how do you sustain a growth mindset, okay? Because I'm hoping that the reason that you've all logged on today is because you want to sustain that growth mindset. Or if you haven't got one, you want to develop one, okay? So the first thing we need to do is be completely accountable for ourselves. Now, this is in all aspects of our life, including personal growth, okay? So this is something, personal growth, even if you have a fixed mindset, this is the irony of this. It's something that's happening every day, whether we know it or not. And so we learn through the experiences that happen in our lives, the discussions that we have with people all the time. And really what it is, this personal growth is really whether we choose to accept it and embrace what's happening, because we're learning every day. So basically, personal growth, it's happening, but are you embracing that it's happening? Are you recognizing that it's happening? The second thing is education. So be accountable for your education, right? As I said before, after I left high school, I'm someone who barely passed high school, right? I legit got 51%. I barely passed high school. And I tried year 12 twice. And the second time, 51%. I quit the first time, halfway through. Second time, I got 51%. So I had this, like I said, this fixed mindset that I was not capable of educating myself further. I wasn't a smart person. And I had no desire to educate myself. But then when I kind of come into this mindset capacity and this very much the growth mindset, I realized that something I needed to do. I needed to keep learning in all different aspects, right? Now, this is to keep myself educated personally, professionally, and really about life in general, but particularly to build a business, I've needed and I still need to keep myself educated professionally. And this is what I see a lot of people, they want to keep themselves educated professionally, but they find it hard to stay accountable. This is why I say to all my Heart and Soul Business Academy clients, find yourself an accountability partner. Keep yourself accountable for your education, for your future, for your continuous growth. We also want to be accountable for our efforts and actions. There's no sense, and this is going to sound really in your face, but this is true. There is no sense blaming anybody else for what you do or don't do. Hey, Ruth, how are you, gorgeous lady? Lovely to have you joining me. Now, I'm going to say that again. There's no sense in blaming anybody else for what you do or what you don't do. If you're not happy where you're at, what can you do to change it? I have no doubt that there is something that you can do to change it, right? So don't just decide to change it. Go, yeah, I'm going to decide to change it. Make the effort. There's two words there, and they're so important. Make the effort and take action to make those changes, right? This is the only way, guys, that you're going to grow. And as someone who has been very lazy in the past about not, so I want to grow, but I'll do what I want when I want, right? Or that I can't be bothered feeling, it hasn't worked for me. So this is where, if you decide to change it, make the effort and take the action. Business growth, right? Business is a journey, guys. So just like a personal growth journey, having a personal growth mindset, business is so important. This is why we're here, right? Confident, successful business owners. We're here to grow. So just like life, business is a journey as well. We need to keep up with the times. Business is changing all the time. Trust me. Oh my God. I wake up every morning and there's something new that I learn in business. Business, when I started running businesses 25 years ago, have changed significantly as to how they run now. And so I'm having to keep up my education and therefore my business growth as well. And this is what I would suggest that all of us need to do to continue to have that growth mindset. And what happens is, as your business grows, as your personal development grows, you grow in yourself overall, your leadership skills are going to naturally develop. Now, I never thought of myself as a leader. And I also have, Heart and Soul Business Academy members and private clients that have never thought of themselves as a leader at all. However, now they're starting to step up and be that leader to the people that, to their team, to the people that they're working with. And it's something that I love to see my clients embracing their leadership. So that's a huge part of business growth, of having a growth mindset in business in particular. Now, number 2 is staying focused on your own journey. Okay, so this can be easier said than done, right? Avoiding comparison with others. Now, I've spoken about this before, our inner critic, our itty bitty shitty committee, right? The thing in our head that tells us that everybody's better than we are, that, they're doing better than us, they've got more money than me, all that type of thing. Okay. So this is imposter syndrome is another word that you could call it. Okay. And so what we think of is we see so many of our fellow business owners, they're doing better than us. Think about this. Who cares? Who cares if they're doing better than us? If you are focused on the fact that everybody else is doing better than you, then you're taking the focus off what should be the most important thing to you, your own damn business. So let them do it their way and you come back and do it your way. And when you do this, when you are embracing yourself, you're embracing this whole growth mindset that we're talking about today, the right people are going to come to you, the right people are going to be inspired by you, and they're going to want to work with you, and they're the ones that are going to want to buy your products. So don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't be concerned with what they have. Don't be concerned, with what they seem to be, what they look to be, okay? If someone looks like they've got more money than you, who cares? If someone looks like they're doing better in business than you, who cares? If they've got a better house than you, who cares, right? The bottom line is nobody has it all. I don't believe. Even if you've got all the material things in life, you might not still have all the things that you want in life, okay? And the reality is that a lot of the time on social media, and this is where we can find it difficult, is that what you see on the surface isn't always what's happening behind closed doors. That's the truth of the thing. So if you are allowing yourself to focus on others and you're too concerned with what they have, what are you missing out for yourself, right? Forget about what it looks like they have. Always bring it back to you. Focus on you, your business, your own journey. Focus on what you have rather than what you don't have. Focus on the positive. Show gratitude for what you have. And a lot of people will say, well, and I hear this a lot, well, I don't have much. But I promise you, every single one of us has things in our lives that we can be grateful for. And when you show gratitude for the little things, the bigger things will come. So always bring the focus back to you, what you do have rather than what you don't have. And again, I can see that we've got a few people who've jumped on. Say hi. Lovely to have you joining us today. Now, number 3 is show yourself as an expert. Don't believe you're an expert? Well, guess what? This is what we're here to prove, that you are an expert, because you're adopting that growth mindset. And the way to do that is strive to be the best you can at what you do, right? All we can do is our best. And be the best. All we can do is aim to be the best in our field. Show people what you got, baby, because you are all fantastic. You're all in the business that you're in. You'll do what you do for a reason. So striving to be the best at what you do, right? You might never feel that you're the best at what you do, but that doesn't matter as long as you're working towards it is the words I'm trying to get at. Hello, Claire Bear. How are you, darling?
I'm well.
Oh, so she's sitting in the background. She just said she's well. Okay. Number two is be an absolute standout, right? So to be seen or to feel like you're the expert in your field, we need to somehow stand out, right? I love now that people are starting to see me, and this has been a whole journey in my business personally over the last 4 years. People are starting to say that they've come across me on social media at exactly the right time. I was literally talking to a lady last week who said, you've come into my line of sight a couple of times in the last week, and you're exactly what I needed to see, what I needed to hear, right? Which is awesome. And so somehow I've managed to stand out. And I would say that it's because, because I'm striving to be the best at what I do, because I'm following all these strategies. And what I love too is my clients say the same thing, and I'm watching them. I'm watching all of them put these strategies that I teach in the Heart and Soul Business Academy into place. And I can see them standing out. I can see them, just growing on social media, growing their following, which is really exciting. And, I'm watching their growth, not only in themselves, but in their leadership and in their business overall, because they are actively working to show themselves as an expert. Hey, Tina, how are you, darling? Lovely to have you joining me. So the next one is everybody wants, you want to show yourself as an expert. So everybody wants to work with you, right? Now, the right people, I keep saying this and I'll continue to say this, the right people will be drawn to you, exactly the right people. And when the time is right, they will come to you, want to work with you or buy your products. But we can't just sit back in business and hope that people are going to come to us. We've got to work at standing out, work at being seen, work at being seen to know what we're talking about, right? It takes, what did I say before? It takes effort and action. Number 4 is focus on your success, not failure. I see a lot of people, and I talk to many people every day going, but I didn't do this, but I didn't make that sale, but, I feel like such a failure. But I can guarantee you that you have succeeded in many areas as well. Now, ironically, the first thing I'm going to say here is acknowledge your weaknesses. Because guess what, guys? We've all got weaknesses. Acknowledge your weaknesses, but do not wallow in your weaknesses. Don't embrace them, okay? All right, so we've got things, that we need to work on. This is why we're here. This is what a growth mindset is overall. Get an understanding of what your weaknesses are, so that then you can work towards the things that you need to improve on that are going to assist in your growth. So it seems ironic that I would mention that, but, there's a reason. There's a real reason why I mention it. The next thing is learn from those mistakes, right? Same. We all make mistakes. I make them on a daily basis. I've already made a few this morning, and that's okay. But learn from them, again. And this is something that I used to do. I used to focus on my mistakes. I used to allow them to make me feel really crappy when they happened. But now it's like, it's not always easy to laugh them off. But, sometimes it's like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, no. So how can I deal with that? Sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big. Either way, there's always something that we can learn from them. And it's what we make of them that matters. So when you do learn from those mistakes, improve on whatever you can and then move on, right? I have learned in a very weird way, and I love watching my clients do this too, learn in a very strange way that mistakes are a great thing because they lead us to implement our improvements in our business and in our life overall. I love it. We'll be motivated not to do the same mistake again. So there's room for improvement. Perfect, Parme. Good job. Yeah, I love that. Exactly. Oops, hang on. I'm switching all the techie stuff. See, another mistake. Doesn't matter. Focus on doing what you love for the people who you help. So this is success in itself. If you are in business and you're, instead of, focusing on all the stuff that goes wrong or all the mistakes or blah, 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 or your weaknesses, then if you're focusing on the people that you serve, right, who you've come into business to serve in the first place, then they're going to feel that. They're going to know that, right? So embrace the love for what you do and embrace the love for who you help. That's what we need to focus on. I love coming live every single Tuesday. I love it. Claire will tell you this, right? I wake up on a Tuesday morning and I'm excited because it's my favorite day of the week. It's the day I get to come live with you guys. It's the day I do my training in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. I love Tuesdays because I'm focusing in particular on these days on what I love to do. So this is focusing on my success. And this is what I want you guys to embrace as well. The next one, you can tell, mate. The next one is invest time and energy. Now, I've mentioned this before. Okay, but we're going to go a little bit deeper. So greatness will come when you put in 100%. Okay, so there's no sense in putting in 10% effort and time if you want 100% growth. The sums just don't add up. So if you put in 10% effort, 10% time, right, this equals 10% potential of what your business could be achieving and 10% of the results. Now, don't get me wrong. This does not mean that you need to work 24/7. Okay, I'm going to get into that in a minute. You do not need to do that. But you can take the time that you do have and you can put in 100% in that time. You can give 100% of your energy in that time. Because I know that people starting a business, they're starting, because they might be working part-time, and that's okay. So you've only got a certain amount of time during the week. I get that. Totally get that. But if you've got a couple of hours a day, put in 100% into your business in those couple of hours a day that you've put aside. And then you will have 100% of the results. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. Don't focus on money. I'm looking at the time. Wow, okay. Don't focus on money. If you are solely focused on money, if you're solely focusing on money, right, you're never going to have enough. And guess what? This is going to come across in your marketing as well. I've found this. I've had this happen to me, right? When there's been like short money flows in the bank, right? We all have them. And you kind of subconsciously go to that focus on money. I need to make the sale. But people feel that. It comes across in your marketing, right? So don't solely focus on it because it will never satisfy you. If all you are focusing on is making $1 million, right? If that's your sole focus, then you're not going to get there. It can be one of the focuses, absolutely, but don't make it your sole focus because you'll never be satisfied. Focus on giving value, providing value for your clients instead. What that is going to do is that's going to get people trusting you. So provide the value first. Focus on the value rather than the money. Focus on giving. And people often say, I'm giving so much away that I'm not earning the money. But there's a strategic way to do that, which I teach in the Heart and Soul Business Academy, so that you can continue to focus on giving the value while making the money. And grow loyal followers and satisfied customers, right? Again, when you do the two, like when you focus on providing that value, the loyal customers will come, the followers will come. It's a natural progression. I'm moving through quickly because I'm aware of the time. Become self-aware. This is a very big one. And a lot of this stuff is self-awareness, but work on a power hour. Oh my God, Dean, I love that. Yeah, work on a power hour. That's genius. So become self-aware and grow. So first of all, understand what your purpose is, right? Know your business like the back of your hand. Know why you're in business like the back of your hand. So I know, and it's taken me a little while to get here. Like it's been a growth journey for me too. This is my growth mindset. Okay. So I know that my why is because I really want to help small to micro business owners build, grow, scale, and succeed in business. And my big why is because I know that, you know, after 25 plus years of running a heap of different businesses, I know how difficult it can be to start. I know how difficult it can be to learn all the stuff, right? And so my mission is to have people, it's kind of to take away all the wondering, all the what ifs, all the how do I, and provide a really simple system for you to help you achieve your dreams and goals in your business. So I get my purpose. I understand my why. And I love watching my Academy members get clear on their why as well. It's really exciting when I hear them. And even a lot of them have an aha moment. They go, oh my God, I didn't realize that was my why. But when they get clear on it, this is when they really start to come into fruition. Thank you, Facebook user. I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm glad you're enjoying the information. I've still got a little bit more to go. All right. The next thing is know your limits and boundaries, everybody. So remember how I just said, you know, put in 100% with the time that you have. Now, if, like some small business owners, you work part-time in a day job and you're running a business as well, right, that you have to know your limits, time-wise, energy-wise, all of that type of thing, family-wise. So know your limits, know your boundaries. You know, I know I have learned that there's a certain time of day when I just have to switch off from everything. Otherwise, my brain goes into meltdown. I've also learned that there are certain times of the day when I'm better focused at work, and I achieve a lot more. So and again, I love watching people recognize what their limits are. Sometimes when we push those limits, we actually do ourselves a disservice. And when we push those boundaries, we do ourselves a disservice. So know what your limits are, know what your boundaries are, and stick to them. Know when you need to learn, grow, improve, right? Continuous improvement is a big thing in business. As I said, business changes all day. Business changes every day. There's always something new coming up that we have the ability and we have the option to learn. So recognize in your business, okay, so I need to go and learn something. I've had to learn a couple of things, couple of big things in the last week alone, but in the last couple of months especially, because I want my business to grow, but I need to make it grow to where I want it to grow. I've got to learn these new things. So understand, accept, embrace that we're going to need to learn new things in business all the time. Have a willingness to do whatever it takes to succeed, right? We've spoken about a lot of this today, again, without burning yourself out, okay? And I have my saying in business for a long time has been, I am doing whatever it takes to succeed, within reason, within my limits and boundaries, etc., etc. And these are the strategies that I teach in the Heart and Soul Business Academy, right? Is when people have a willingness to do whatever it takes, I'm here to teach you guys that strategy. So the rundown of today is that how we're going to sustain a growth mindset in our business and in life in general, but in our business, is focus on your own journey. Show yourself as an expert, particularly on social media. Focus on your success, not your failure. Invest time and energy where you can, and given what you want to get out of it, right? Don't focus solely on money, and become self-aware and grow. So those are the 6 things that we need to do to sustain a business growth mindset. Now, if you're watching this, I've had some people have said that this is great information. I'm really pleased about that. And if you want to know more, guys, I would love to invite you to book a business booster call with me. Now, this is a free call. And it's just a 30-minute chat where we talk about where you are in business, and, talk about how there's some possible ways that you can work with me further, either in the Heart and Soul Business Academy or one-on-one. as a private client. And I don't often offer these sessions as a private client. So if you're thinking about that, what I would love you to do is put the word growth in the chat. If you would like to book a free 30-minute business booster call with me, pop the word growth in the chat and we will make sure that we book in a mutual time for us to have a chat and talk about how you can grow your business. Because I'm very excited. Just like I said, this is my why. This is why I do what I do. And I absolutely have a full-on passion for helping people grow your business. All right, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed our business growth insights this morning. I look forward to talking with you on a business booster call, and I will see you all again next week on Tuesday morning at 9:30 Brisbane time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.